Let's begin looking at our college experience through the eyes of your instructor. We're calling this section Collegiate GPS. How can you ensure that you're getting the most out of what's available to you at Walla Walla Community College? Let's start it out with classroom etiquette. There definitely are things that bug instructors, things that students do that will really get under the nerves of those who have spent the time and energy to pour into this profession of teaching. So let's look into those. If you want to be a good student, don't text in class. Put that cell phone away. You can text right as soon as class is over. Don't check the scores of your favorite team. Don't send a message to your best friend. Just put it away. Second, sleep at home. Save conversations for outside of class. Arrive on time and even early. Don't ask for special favors. If your instructor has indicated in their syllabi what they are and aren't willing to accept, don't try to push these parameters. Take responsibility for your actions. You'll be surprised at how often instructors are willing to offer grace when you are taking responsibility for something that you have or have not done. Remember that instructors are people too. Be considerate when conversing with your instructors and your fellow classmates. And if you need to get in touch with your instructor, go to their office hours. All full-time faculty have office hours that are designed specifically for you, and these will be available on the doors of their offices as well as in their syllabi. Your adjunct instructors can be reached via email, and all instructors for Walla Walla Community College email addresses follow the same pattern. First name dot last name at www.cc.edu. GPA. Does it really matter, the grade point average? Does that really have a bearing on how you will do in college? Well, let's begin by thinking of your experience now as a clean slate. You don't have any priors coming in, as it were. You get to start off, no matter where you left your last institution, whether it was high school or another college, you get to start off with a free and clean slate. Take advantage of that. There are some classes where they will not advance you without a minimum grade, so grades do matter. You have to have a C or a C plus to move on to the next section. This is particularly true in English classes. If you're planning on transferring after Walla Walla Community College, colleges will be looking at your transcript. Digging out from D's and F's, it's hard. And you can lose your financial aid if your GPA falls below a 2.0. The next section is time management. How do you spend your time? There are several tips that are important for students to know. For every hour you spend in class, and we count in a semester, if you take a 5-credit class, that's 5 hours that you'll be spending in class. So for each one of those hours, instructors expect you to study about 2 hours. So if you look at those 15 hours a week in class, if you took 3 5-credit classes, that would be 15 credits, and you spend 15 hours a week in class, that would equate to 30 hours of studying, which equals 45 hours a week. Now we're looking at a full-time job there. Study, study, study. It is difficult to do well in college without putting in the work of studying. One great tip, find a study group. It doesn't always have to be your best friend. Sometimes study groups work best when you're actually with a group of people who have the same study habits and who may or may not actually be friends outside of the study group. Keep it small and meet regularly. Keep a planner so that you don't lose track of when things are due. If you have this feature on your phone, add it in. Make sure your calendar is updating you, and maybe even giving yourself enough time to get work done and not procrastinating. And read your syllabus so there are no surprises. So at the end of the quarter, when that giant project comes to the front, you aren't surprised by it. You knew it was coming all along and have prepared for it. If you want to know more about study skills, take a CE 110 Learning Strategies for College Students course. It's a great way to really dig in to learn how to note take and how to prepare for exams and do all of those areas where you may feel a little apprehensive. And this is a good place to start. So what's available to you at Walla Walla Community College? Well, we have many areas at WWCC that offer students advice, support, help, and guidance. One of these areas is the Student Development Center. At the Student Development Center, you can meet with an advisor. This is where you'll do your placement testing. It's right across from the knee. Disability Services by our amazing Claudia Angus is there to help. Personal counseling is also available. There's a career center and transfer center. All high school completion and GED is done here, GED work. The testing lab and Running Start, all of this is encompassed within the Student Development Center. Another fabulous resource is the Tutoring and Learning Center, the TLC Center. We have free tutoring available on campus. It's designed to help you with math, science, writing, and study skills. Take advantage of it. Our advisors, every student is assigned an advisor. An advisor is an expert on helping you navigate your path through Walla Walla Community College. Listen to their advice. If they're advising you to start with your sequence classes like math and English, follow that advice. They're there for a reason, and that reason is to help you succeed. So go and meet with them regularly. And the Student Handbook. Our Student Handbook is now available online, and you can read all the information that is contained there, which includes things such as the Code of Conduct, information on plagiarism, and so forth. You also should know your rights as a student at Walla Walla Community College. There is FERPA, which is the Family Education Rights to Privacy Act. And under FERPA, you have the right to your information, and students have the right to access their information, only the student itself, and file a complaint if they feel that this has been violated. So in high school, you may recall that your parents could go and access information on your behalf. This is not true. At the college level, you're responsible for your information and you alone. If you would like others to have a part of that information, you can file forms that will release certain people to have access to your information. And this is why certain things cannot be posted online because of the FERPA Act. Also, there's grievance procedures that are available, and you can find out more about that in your student handbook. We're excited to have you be a part of Walla Walla Community College and hope that you are able to take your learning experience to the next level and navigate through what we're calling Collegiate GPS.